The Chicago Bulls get utterly destroyed at home on their own court against the Houston Rockets. This was a game in which we saw Javon Carter check in the third quarter. That's how bad this game was, in an over 30-point loss to the Houston Rockets. We're going to talk about it all and more, but first, we're going to play that intro.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host there, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every single social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into it for tonight. And a 36-point loss to the Houston Rockets at home. And while the Houston Rockets are a really good defensive team and a solid offensive team, I thought the Bulls would show a little bit more fight in this than what they did. This game was over and decided by halfway through the third quarter. That's what it is. Halfway through the third quarter is what this game was over with by. And it was done. They were down by double digits at halftime. They didn't come out the second half into the second half with any more energy than what they finished the first half with. And this utterly was just an embarrassment. That's what this was. This was embarrassment. And these Bulls players should be embarrassed that this is the effort that they gave on their home court. Zach LaVine with 15 points, leading the way in scoring. You got 9 points from Josh Giddey, 8 points from Kobe White, 9 points from Nikola Vucevic, 7 points from Patrick Williams. This was embarrassing, is what this was. This was an utterly embarrassing effort by the Chicago Bulls. So bad, in fact, that the Bulls they deserve everything bad coming their way. I told you guys. I said it. I told you guys that it was coming, that the reckoning was coming, that this team was going to be getting considerably worse. It's blurry again. Hold on real quick. Give me 1 second. That fixed it. But this team, I told y'all that the struggle was barely starting. I told y'all that the struggle was barely starting. This team was just going to get considerably worse, and that it was coming. That this team was going to get worse. That the way that this team was performing, the way the effort this team was giving up, the way they were giving up so many points, that was going to do nothing but get considerably worse for this team. I still think it's blurry. I fucking hate Restream today. Give me 1 more second, y'all. Fix it that time. If not, y'all just gonna have a blurry stream to get today to go along with this badass loss from the Chicago Bulls. But man, the effort in this game was piss poor. 33% from the field, 25%, 25% from three, 95% from free throw range. I'll give you that one. The Bulls got out rebounded by almost 20 rebounds in this game. 19 rebounds they got out rebounded by. 19. The Bulls actually kept the turnovers low today. Only 13 turnovers for this team. But you know what it was? It didn't matter because this team sucked. 80 points in the paint. 80 of them. And even despite only the 13 turnovers, they still had 23 points off turnovers in this game. This game was utter trash and shit. That's what this game was. It was trash and shit. I don't know what the Chicago Bulls could expect in this game, why they came out with this flat of an effort. This team did not give a shit about trying to win a basketball game today. They did not care. Hey, listen, at the end of the day, I can understand anybody being disappointed in this Bulls team because that's just the way that it went. Like, I'm glad everybody happy y'all got your Marco minutes, 15 minutes, modest minutes. 15 minutes for Modest Bucelis. He went 2 of 6 from the field, 3 rebounds. Cool. He had a steal. Good shit there. But utterly, like I told you guys, I need everybody to understand. This isn't just to say I told you so, but this is to live in the reality For the like everybody who thought that this Bulls team was going to win 40 something games today, y'all deserve this wake up call. Y'all deserve this wake up call because there were some people that were they're very confident over who this team was going to be able to be this season. And I told y'all at the onset and at the start of this team was going to be bad. That this team was going to be bad defensively. That this team was going to be was going to have some struggle. Now I did think they were going to struggle from 3-point range, which they have not yet. So I was wrong there. But the struggle that this team is going through is all legitimate. This is a team that is going to suck. Be clear about this. It's going to suck. And so people can try to rationalize and say, oh, it's a tactical tank. Oh, the Bulls are really trying to tank. No, this team actually thought they were putting something out there that was actually going to be good and decent. Now, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad about us keeping our top 10 pick if that ends up what happening. But you know what I am mad about though, because this season I came into this season saying wins and losses wasn't the thing with this team this season. It was about development. And I hate to tell y'all, but Julian and Dalen aren't really getting the opportunity to develop. They're playing more, but they're not really getting more of an opportunity to develop. They're not. They aren't developing any more than what they were before. This team is going to struggle. This team is going to continue to suck. It just is the way that it is. That's the lot in life for this Bulls team. It's not going to change. It's not going to get any better. It's not going to alter. This is who this team is at this point. This is who this team is. And at some point, you just got to come to the recognition that it's going to be a long season. It's going to be a difficult season. It's going to suck as a season for the Chicago Bulls. There is no way around it. That is what's going to happen here. That's what this is going to be, and it ain't changing. It's not changing. Kate Tripp said they're not getting, and again, once again, your guys' comments aren't coming up in restream. I don't know what that's about. I wish I did. I have no idea what's going on here. None. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why Restream sucks so much tonight. Kenneth says a top 10 pick won't change this team. Well, nothing singly is going to change this team. It's going to take a lot of things to change this team. Now, I do think a top 10 pick, if you get the right guy, can help change the direction of this team. But if you're thinking that one player is going to come in here and turn this thing around and where we're all of a sudden going to win, y'all going to have another wake-up call coming for you soon. This Bulls team is going to continue to suck. It's going to continue to be bad. And that just is what it is at this point. It just is what it is. And we got to understand that that's just what this team is going to be this year. It's really bothering me that the camera's blurred. I really hate this. As much as I put in work to this, I really hate that this is what that restream was fucking up this bad. I really fucking hate this. I'm gonna try to reload one more time. But nonetheless, yeah, nothing's changing for this Bulls team. I really hate to tell y'all that. But we got to be real with what's going on here. This team's not changing. This team's going to continue to struggle. This team's going to suck. And that just is what it is at this point in time. It's going to be nothing different that happens with this basketball team. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to change. And that's just where we are. That's just where we are. This is what happens when you have a front office that doesn't understand its own hubris. When you have a front office that doesn't understand how to build a team with intention. When you have a front office that moves behind and late on every single asset that they have. And that has such ties to a coach that isn't going to get you anywhere for real. This is the struggle that this team has. And this is where it's going to continue to be. It ain't changing. It ain't going nowhere. Ain't nothing different happening. I really wish it was different, y'all. I really wish that it was different. But hey, this is where we are. And yeah, that's it. Teams about to get their season highs when it comes to being up against the Chicago Bulls, man. This stat line is terrible. It's just ugly. 3 out of 10 for Josh Giddey, 4 out of 9 for Zach LaVine, 3 out of 8 for Kobe White, 3 for 7 for Nikola Vucevic, 2 of 9 for Patrick Williams. I don't know about y'all, but you know what this sounds like? You know what this is screaming to me? A team that sucks ass. That's what it's screaming to me. I'm here's the thing, right? A team can fail upwards sometimes, right? This Chicago Bulls team continues to try to succeed and they end up going downward. And when you continually and this is a transition year, right? At least I'm hopeful that it is. But the Bulls, all they did was change the makeup. They did change the play style, but the results are still the same. They do not have any upward movement or mobility. This team is going to be a team that's continually outplayed every single day, every single game. They don't have the necessary edge. They don't have the second gear. They don't have the coaching. They just don't have it. We got some players with some talent. We have nothing to bring it all together. We are not a team. And I said it many times before. I'm going to say it again. We got all we, and I'm saying as a unit, not every single one of us individually, but as a unit. People got so caught up in the Bulls playing with the faster pace, like that meant anything. That faster pace shit don't mean a goddamn thing when it comes down to really what goes into a basketball team. And we just saw a shorter version of exactly what happened in 2020, 2021. It's the same shit. Or 21, 22. Probably 21, 22. No, 21, 20, 2021. That's the season. It just all flamed out. They get figured out. If you have no edge, if you have no defensive ability, if you have no identity, really, running just to run is not an identity. It's a play style. And that goes back to what I said earlier. The Bulls have a play style that's all fluff and no substance. There's no substance to the Chicago Bulls team. There's no meat on the bones. There's no direction. There's nothing. That's who this team is, and that's who we're going to continue to be. We're going to continue to be a team that everybody looks at and asks, what the hell are the Bulls doing? And right now, Arturas Karnisovas, and Mark Eversley, their plan is still hope. They look like they had a little bit more of a direction. They went younger. They went more athletic. They went with a more modern day play style, but it still sucks. They found a different way to cook the same shit. That's what they did. They found a different way to cook the same shit that they've been serving for quite a while. Now, the difference to it is at the end of this tunnel, there may be a top 10 pick for us because we gave up so many picks in the prior years that we sucked and had no chance of getting a pick or holding on to something, but it still is the same meal. This team sucks. And the future of this team really comes down to this. For everybody who's like, oh, we got to hold on to Vooch now. We got to hold on to Zach now. Shout out to Brian Washington, who leaves a voicemail all the time. But he's like, hey, we got the right guys. Let's just hold on. Let's not trade nobody. No, it's done. This season right now, the Bulls have people thought that the Bulls are going to be a 6 seed. A 6 seed. A 6 seed. And this is why sometimes it's this, right? It comes down to this. People get real caught up in the minutia of things. And sometimes they lose out listening to logic because they get caught up in hype and minutia. Every single Bulls content creator, the one year that we're all on the same page, everybody, Jamal, me, CHGO, Pat the designer, we're all telling you guys the same shit. This team was going to struggle. And you had some people, oh, the Bulls are, if they just stay healthy, they're a 6 seed. Oh, they're going to win 40 games. They can win 41 games. You think that the people that literally we sit here in our free time and we watch this team every single night are going to lead y'all astray? That doesn't mean we're always right. We're not always right. This team is not a team that can win anything. It's not. It's going to be a team that's fun at times. And they're going to shoot themselves into some games. They're going to win some games. The offense is going to look good. Giddy's passing is going to be there. Giddy's going to make some shots. Zach, Kobe, and Vooch are going to be cooking. And that the thing is that we got to stop allowing ourselves to be willingly gaslit by a front office that has clearly showed us and told us with their actions, with their decisions, that they don't give a shit. They don't care. They don't care. Playoffs. Playoffs? Y'all mean to tell me 60 points in 80 points in the paint today? 80 points in the paint. Playoffs? Come on, man. Let's be clear here. You know what people got caught up in with this team is that we finally started playing a more modern style of offense. But we left our defense in the goddamn dirt. We sent our defense to Philly and OKC and to New Orleans. We sent our defense there. The little bit of defense that we had, we sent it to those cities. And now we stuck here with a more modern offense that we all have been calling for and asking for so long. And what's going to come about it? Nothing. Nothing. Ain't no wins coming in this for the Chicago Bulls, y'all. That light at the end of the tunnel, that playoff push that people were hoping for, it ain't coming. Y'all look at the effort that this team gave tonight. And at some point, you just got to come and admit to yourself that your team sucks. Our team sucks. Every team in Chicago sucks. It is what it is. Like I told y'all before. I'm telling y'all, I know we're only 13 games into the season, 14, however many games. And I'm telling y'all right now, mark my words when I tell you 5-9, we're 14 games into the season. The struggling ain't done yet. It's not done. This is going to get worse. And for my Bulls fans that were saying every loss is actually a win because we need to get in the top 10. Hey, we'll see what happens there. The Charlotte Hornets and Brooklyn Nets are above the Bulls in the standings right now. With teams like Milwaukee that's starting to turn it on a little bit. Philadelphia, I still think they're going to eventually wake up. They're 2-8 right now. 6 seed. Where y'all seeing the 6 seed at? People are saying coaching doesn't matter? What? What the hell is wrong with y'all if y'all think coaching doesn't matter? Big Diesel says the Bulls just made the Rockets look like Kevin Durant, Steph Curry Warriors. Bruh, it's bad. JDH, Josh gonna make everyone better. Just wait. Just wait on it. It's coming. Just wait on it. Just wait on it. It's the place that this team is right now. The best thing that we can hope for is that we get some lottery luck. We can hope for it. We can think that it's going to happen. I told y'all coming into this season. The reason why I was at such peace coming into the season is because this was the first season where I had no expectations. None. I had not a single expectations for this team because this team didn't earn the right to have expectations. We knew that this team was going to be bad defensively. We heard that this team was going to try to get out and run a little bit more. But it's just when you look at the other teams in the East that have an identity, when you look at the other teams in the East that have a chance, where do you see the Bulls ranking in that? Nowhere. They don't rank anywhere in that. Robert Williams says, Haize, I F with y'all thank you, BKR as well because Juan's just a loser. Like he's starting to really trip. Robert Williams, hey Haize, I F with this community that you built. I'm not gonna make a sob story, but my homie passed last month from sickle cell, and this community here has really helped with bro. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad that we can help with that. Like all jokes aside, bro. I didn't know where you were gonna go with that, but I can't put the comments up because Restream's tripping right now. But we're glad that you found us and that we can be your tribe, and we hope that you find some type of reprieve from what's going on, man. Ease up, Haize. The cup doesn't mean anything. So what teams are gonna run up the score if they can? This wasn't a cup game. This wasn't a cup game. Last night, keep in mind, cup games. So no, this isn't this score has nothing to do. This was not a cup game. Cup games are on Tuesdays and Fridays, or is it Tuesdays and Saturdays? Cup games are very specific days. Today was not a cup game. So no, this does not count towards the cup. And I don't know what that has to do with the conversation anyway. Diesel asks if the Bulls could somehow get Cooper Flag. Do you trust? I told y'all before with the Bulls' luck, and this is just because of the Bulls' luck. This has nothing to do with Cooper and who he is as a person. But I fully believe if the Bulls were to get Cooper Flag, he's going to be a bust just because it's the Bulls. That's just the way that I have it rationalized in my head. Question, bro. Would you rather have a veteran group with a disappointing result or damn their almost complete youth movement with no direction, but as a future with our well, that's the thing. With no direction, you have no future. You have no future with no direction. Both those scenarios that you gave are the worst case scenarios for either one of those situations. Having youth but no direction means shit. Look at where the Detroit Pistons were last year versus where they are this year now that they got a coach that actually believes in those young players. That actually is. Look at Jaden Ivey, what he went from last season to this season. Killian Hayes was playing over Jaden Ivey last season. That's how much Monty Williams did not believe in that roster. So you need more than that. You need a lot more than that. So, the Bulls listen, the place that we are right now, it sucks. The place that we are right now sucks. And hopefully I'll say this, the best possible outcome to this is all by design. That this is all by that the team, that the front office knew had a feeling that this team was going to suck, and they really just want to get that top 10 pick. Hopefully that is by design, because I tell you what, if that was the plan, they're fucking geniuses. But if AK and Eversley were believe their words, if they came into the season thinking that this was a team that with the construction of it was going to be able to compete, you're stupid. Not you, AK and Eversley. They're stupid. And that's just the case. That's just the reality of it. If they really thought, and I pray for God and them, I promise you, I pray that AK and Eversley really had what somebody labeled earlier as a tactical tank. I hope that that's the case. Because if they thought that this was going to be a team that was going to be competitive and compete, you're stupid. AK and Eversley, you're stupid. And that's just the reality of it. I don't mean to do the designer pauses, but it's just it is the Bulls situation right now is not only a comedy of errors, it's generational incompetence. Again, generational incompetence. That's what this front office is. It's incompetent to the point to where it almost makes you want to cry about it. Because they're that goddamn bad. They're that bad. You got whooped by almost 40 points on your home court. THT and Javon Carter checked into a game 3 minutes into the third quarter. You better hope that this is a tactical tank, because if this really was the front office's vision of what could be successful, what can be competitive, we're doomed. We're doomed. Make no mistake, we are not just done. We're doomed. If they really thought, much like some Bulls fans, that this was a team that was going to win 40-something games, we're doomed. We are doomed as long as they're running this team. And I'm saying if, because, hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is all by design. But you better get it right. And that goes back to the thing. You better get it right in this draft. You better hope that Modest Bucilis is looking good in his second year. You better hope that whatever rookie you draft with your top 10 pick ends up turning into borderline stars. Because if it didn't, you are literally in a place of hell for the next 3 or 4 years. That just is what it is. There's no way around it. There is no way around it. And like I said, we got caught up in the excitement at the start of the NBA season, forgetting the fact that teams are going to adjust. And how do the Bulls adjust? They can't. We cannot make the adjustments that some other teams have because we do not have the flexibility with this roster. And no, I'm sure Rap Godfather Unloaded or whatever his name is going to watch this after the fact and be like, oh, simple, just Lonzo. No, Lonzo ain't solving this. It's not happening. So, listen, that's where it is, man. This is whew, this is going to be a long season, y'all. It's going to be a very, very, very long season. And y'all might as well dig in, get prepared, get your mental together because I'm telling y'all right now, and mark my words, Haize told you. I don't want to hear nobody say that Haize led you astray. This season is going to be painful. This season is going to be long. This season is going to be ugly. And we better damn well hope that on the other side of this ugliness is a top 10 pick sitting there for us that AK and Eversley gets right. Because anything other than that, I'm telling y'all right now, you think that this could very well be the tip of the iceberg. Because we are not done struggling yet. The struggle continues. Not the marathon. The struggle continues. And that just is what it's going to be, man. I don't know what else to tell y'all when it comes down to it. I don't know what else to tell y'all when it comes down to it. It's not going to stop no time soon. So buckle up, grab your butts, and I hold on for the ride is all I can tell y'all. We're going to make it fun here. We're going to have some fun here at all times here on Chicago Bulls Central. So you ain't got to worry about that. We always going to have fun. We always going to talk shit. We not going to go away, right? But you got to be and we're going to be realistic about where this is. This team is about to suck. It's about to be a lot of Tiana trumping in here, bro. A lot of it. Hold on to your butts is all I can say. And it's man. Hey, listen. And think about it this way. Hold on. The Bulls have been relatively healthy this season. Yeah, Zach LaVine missed a few games. Jalen missed a couple of games. We know what's going on with Lonzo. But for the most part, this team has been healthy. What's one thing that the Bulls have not avoided every year is some type of major long-term injury. All I can say is, again, hold on to your butts. Yes, Chicago fans deserve so much better. It's only November, Johnny Quest. We're only 4 weeks now into the season, right? When did the season start? Are we a month? Have we hit the month yet? Month mark yet? The Bulls' first game was October 23rd. We're 6 days away from the official first month of the season being in the books. And in that time, we got Detroit, Milwaukee, Atlanta, and Memphis. Detroit, Milwaukee, Atlanta, and Memphis. Now, the Milwaukee Bucks, and nobody should be afraid of the Milwaukee Bucks right now. The Detroit Pistons played us close last year. I guarantee they're going to play us close this year. Atlanta, we did beat Atlanta. So there, maybe take that one. Memphis? Listen, we came back against Memphis. Oh, they definitely looking out for blood in the next game. I don't know what else to tell y'all, but I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys are following the show at Bull Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and or voicemail, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related, but that's thanks to you, lovely and beautiful people. And unlike the Chicago Bulls, I promise to never let y'all down. We're going to be here every single game. We're still in the midst of 82 nights of drip different drip every single night for every game of the Chicago Bulls season. So make sure you guys stay in tune. It's guaranteed to be more entertaining than Josh Giddey's defense. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See Red, y'all.